What's up everyone, this is FP Stakes bringing you some Go Battle League battles here in the Ultra Premier Cup, and in today's video, these battles have been submitted to me by one of my patrons known as Disheartened, also known as Waffles, and he is running a team of Shadow Swampert, Galvantula, and FERROTHORN in the back. So I think FERROTHORN is actually a really unique XL pick in Ultra Premier because it kind of shuts down a lot of the other XL mons that we do see in Ultra Premier, specifically the Alolan Ninetales and Jellicent Core. Few things actually are able to shut both of those Pokemon down, and FERROTHORN has a lot of play while still obviously having a lot of play against the water types, having a good amount of play against the dragon types. It is a really nice response to a Kingdra safe swap, has play against Empoleon as well, so obviously being weak to counter users and being double weak to fire types is a little bit scary, but I think this team comp is very smart that Waffles has here of Swampert on the lead and then two Pokemon in the back that are somewhat weak to fire, so potentially baiting out the fire type with a Galvantula swap, hoping that the FERROTHORN can handle what's in the back once the fire type is on the field. So let's jump right into commentating these battles. This FERROTHORN is pretty loaded here, and his FERROTHORN is running Flash Cannon, which honestly I do prefer Flash Cannon as the secondary move on the FERROTHORN because Mirror Shot, just I don't like relying in chance debuffs to try to flip matchups, and Flash Cannon just guarantees that FERROTHORN is a grass type that can beat the other grass types, whereas Mirror Shot leaves way too many things up to chance. So going to take out the Machamp there, and FERROTHORN is going to have to Bullet Seed down this Dragonite. Oh my gosh, barely not able to do it. Very close game there though, good game. Swampert into Gardevoir, oh my gosh. This is a Charm Gardevoir. And the opponent actually switches into Galvantula, or Empoleon here. So going to meet this with Galvantula, save the FERROTHORN for the Charmer in the back, makes sense. But the waterfall damage from Empoleon really adds up there. Out comes the Gardevoir again. And Lunge will be hitting for neutral here because of the Psychic and Fairy typing on Gardevoir. And able to get a shield and debuff it, that's very good. FERROTHORN, oh, actually going to bring out the Swampert here. Okay, has to shield this unfortunately. What is in the back that Waffles is predicting here, wanting to save the FERROTHORN here? Oh my gosh, it's a Venusaur. Okay, able to get this Sludge Wave off, that's really good. And then most likely swaps to avoid getting farmed, very nice. Now, I down one Flash Cannon will KO. But this Venusaur is going to need like 4 Sludge Bombs to take out this FERROTHORN. Sludge Bomb is single resisted, whereas Frenzy Plant is double resisted. Looks like this Venusaur is testing the waters with both charge moves there. But it will take 2 Flash Cannons to take this thing out, and this will be a pretty straightforward win for the FERROTHORN there. Actually, really smart move not bringing the FERROTHORN onto the Gardevoir because there ended up being a Venusaur in the back. So, good call there for sure. Good game. Swampert into Kingdra. This is kind of awkward, especially since the Swampert doesn't have Earthquake. So going to immediately switch into the Galv here. Now both Lunge and Discharge hit for neutral on the Kingdra, so I would probably go for the Lunge there just to get that debuff off. But this is exactly how this team is supposed to function here. The Galvantula baits out the fire type, and the opponent did not want to commit their final shield. And now, hopefully, FERROTHORN is going to have play against everything that's in the back there. Going to throw this Power Whip. FERROTHORN is a very solid response to the Kingdra. Octazooka is resisted, Outrage is resisted, and the Dragon Breath is resisted. No debuff on the Octazooka. You love to see it. And the opponent concedes the match at that point. Does not want to deal with the Ferrothorn. Good game. Ooh, Dragonite lead is a little tough, so I'm going to go immediately into the Galvantula. And Galvantula actually does win CMP against Dragonite, but the opponent did not throw. Oh my gosh, extra Volt Switch goes through. Do you undertap this to get this move off? Very nice. Does not overtap. Do you get both shields here? Wow, okay. So there's probably at least like one water type in the back. Bringing out the Swampert. Gonna let this go through. One Hydro Cannon would be enough to take out this Dragonite. Oh my gosh, they have so much energy though. Has to shield. Gonna get this Hydro off and then hope that Ferrothorn can take out 2 Pokemon in the back. Oh my gosh, that's a Venusaur? That's a Venusaur? Okay, that's not good. That is really not good. We'll see what's in the back, but unless it's like a Charmer or something that Ferrothorn can potentially one-shot, this is going to be tough. You have to leave this Venusaur matchup with as much loaded energy. Oh, that is not happening. That is not happening. That is not happening. Yeah, it makes sense why they stayed in with the Dragonite, because the backline definitely struggles against the Galvantula. No fire type was baited out there. Very unfortunate. Swampert into Machamp. Shadow Swampert into Machamp. Honestly, I think normal Swampert has a little bit more play against Machamp here because the counters don't do as much damage. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you're going to be able to get to a second Hydro Cannon here. Oh, that's so unfortunate. If the Machamp sneaks in one extra counter like they did in that opening, not able to get to the second Hydro is pretty devastating. Has to shield up the Rock Slide. Lunge is resisted, but probably would still do just enough to take out the Machamp. Just enough. And, oh man. This is so scary. Oh my gosh, you gotta get rid of this. You gotta get rid of this thing. You have to shield, and then you're 1 Volt Switch away. You live 1 Incinerate. Oh my gosh. What is in the back? Another fire type? Oh, it's a Snorlax? Yikes. I would guess you probably need a Power Whip and a Flash Cannon. So gonna go straight for the Flash Cannon here. See how much damage it does. Power Whip should do enough. But if this Snorlax... Oh man, the superpower is gonna hit for so much damage. Okay, they have Earthquake. Never mind. Never mind. That Snorlax is running Earthquake. Oof. Barely able to sneak out of that. Alright, Shadow Swampert technically can beat Empoleon in the 2 shields. But it makes way more sense to just make a move into the Galv. And out comes Venusaur. So the opponent does not have a direct response to Galvantula. Honestly, one of the only direct responses to Galvantula is a Galarian Stunfisk. And some people still might not have one built. So this Galv safe swap is really putting in some work here. Yeah, worth the shield because you're either going to get both shields or win switch advantage here. And if you can get Ferrothorn aligned with the Empoleon, that's pretty great. Alright. The opponent does not want switch to go, but you can bring out the Ferrothorn. There's no way in heck you can Bullet Seed down this Venusaur, but you can build to 100 energy and then throw a Power Whip. So pretty much save as much energy as possible, because this triple debuff Venusaur is just not doing anything. And this is what sometimes happens, folks. People don't want to be farmed all the way down, and so they'll switch out to clear their debuff, but in hindsight, that's now a huge mistake, because Ferrothorn is just going to go on a rampage, and I really like the farm down here with the Swampert. If the Venusaur comes out again, which it most likely does. Oh wow, they actually bring out Empoleon. Do you let this go? Okay, gonna shield it up. Potentially could have let it go and saved it for the Ferrothorn. because Ferrothorn technically is going to have the most play against this team. Sneaks in an extra waterfall, unfortunately. But Ferrothorn is still going to be able to clean this game up despite the Empoleon farming all this energy. Drill Peck only hits for neutral. They actually go for Hydro Cannon. Drill Peck definitely is the move there. This Venusaur is in Power Whip range. So down goes the Venusaur, and then down goes the Empoleon. Good game there. Ah, here it is. Very good to see the G-Fisk in the lead. Wow. And XL Alolan Raichu. Very cool pick. But Galv wins CMP even against this thing too. And the lunge. Oh my gosh. The lunge hits for super effective because of the Psychic typing. Psychic hits for neutral. And then very nice farm down there. Wow. Okay. Able to still have switch advantage, which is very important, because Swampert is a very solid response to this G-Fisk. Gonna get farmed all the way down. That's unfortunate, but you just have to let it happen. Because these debuffs are going to land, at least the Earthquake is no longer as threatening. Oh my gosh, okay. So when both shields are up, there is definitely a case to be made that having Mirror Shot might be more beneficial. However, one Flash Cannon would almost one-shot this Abomasnow. And most likely you would need at least 2 Mirror Shots to get there. Oh, the Power Whip bait is unsuccessful, yeah. If your opponent doesn't know your moveset on the Ferrothorn, I would say just go for the nuke on the first one and see how they want to play it. Gonna go for another Power Whip bait here. This is not good. Yeah, because the opponent probably doesn't even think that the Ferrothorn has a Steel-type move. They probably think that the Ferrothorn has Thunder, so they're just no-shielding everything. Putting it all on the back of Swampert. Oh my gosh, this is very scary. Calls the Weather Ball, that's nice. But just has to land these Hydros. I think with with Ferrothorn, you just go straight Flash Cannon. You either nuke the Abomasnow or you get a shield. Both of which are totally fine, but a no-shielded Power Whip was pretty devastating in this matchup, unfortunately. And nice combo play by the opponent. Yeah, they had the energy stored, just looking to burn the final shield. Oh my gosh, they go for they go for double Rock Slide, maybe as a flex or something, but they definitely had enough for Earthquake there. Good game. Yeah, shields up with the Abomasnow. Definitely scared at the end. Oh my gosh, this is not a good lead at all. You got to go straight to the Galv. Tangrowth has access to Rock Slide. You definitely got to respect the first Rock Slide. Good shield. And out comes Talonflame. This is exactly what this team is designed to do. This Galvantula with loaded energy can essentially flip swap here, potentially. The opponent double shields. Oh, do you get there? Do you get there? Yeah. Shield, under tap this. Shield and under tap this, right? Very nice. Very nice. Going to regain swap. This is going to allow the Ferrothorn to get onto the Tangrowth. And, oh, okay. Empoleon is still going to be a little bit tricky to deal with, but definitely has to bring out the Swampert here. Can only chip it with resisted Hydros. Okay, the opponent swaps. All of Ferrothorn's move, or all of Tangrowth's moves are going to be resisted here. Power Whip is double resisted. Rock Slide is technically single resisted, but doesn't get stab. Honestly, I would imagine that maybe Rock Slide is still the better move to throw here, just because of the single resisted damage versus double. But these Power Whips are doing nothing. Definitely could have farmed up more on this Tangrowth, because these charge moves really are not that threatening, right? And it would have been nice to have a little bit more loaded energy going to this Empoleon matchup. But swaps to the Swampert to force this energy out. Nice. And just needs to land a Power Whip. But yeah, this Empoleon was very loaded on energy, so potentially farming up more against the Tangrowth would have been a more solid play there, but still able to land this Power Whip to take out the Empoleon and regained switch advantage with the Galv safe swap. Very nice. Good game. Alright, good lead here. And very cool pick. A Shadow Scizor. The bullet punches are resisted. Water does resist steel. These Night Slashes, if this thing boosts, is going to get out of control. It takes 5 bullet punches to get there. Oh my gosh, they let that go through. Do you shield once farmed out? Oh, they don't even get there. Surfetched. Probably just stay in here, right, and try to rip off as many Hydros as possible. Oh my gosh, Swampert is going to town. Absolutely going to town. Do you get both shields? Oh man. Okay, as long as it's not like a Typhlosion in the back or something, we're looking pretty good here. Okay, nice farm by the opponent. Shields up to close combat, and then the opponent probably tried to swap out there, but able to get this lunge on the debuffed Surfetch. Down it goes, and this is absolutely game over. This is so over. I'm pretty sure you even live this Hydro. You get the lunge off to add a little bit of insult to injury, but this is hard counters. Very hard, and the opponent concedes the match. Good game. Yeah, really rough team comp for the opponent for sure. Yeah, this Empoleon matchup's always awkward, so last time they swapped right into the Galv. I really like that play. And they catch a discharge on a Dragonite. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. Now, do you go for lunge on this move right here? I think there's definitely a case to be made that you go for lunge on this second move. Even though it's resisted, it's going to be enough to take out the Dragon Claw and drop this Dragon Breath damage. Anytime that you can get that debuff off, it makes it a little bit better. Able to regain swap. That is so good. Man, this Galvantula is really messing people up on the safe swap right here. Empoleon survives a Power Whip at this range, though. So many of these, the bulk in Ultra League just makes a lot of these charge move damage spreads like a little bit awkward. Because you can't bullet seed this down. You have to land 2 moves. Whereas like Venusaur can Vine Whip it down a little bit better. Potentially could have overfarmed a little bit more on this FERROTHORN, but just going to get rid of it here. Oh, out comes Kingdra. FERROTHORN is a beautiful response to this. It's going to be very difficult for the Kingdra to Dragon Breath down. Going to switch into the Swampert immediately because does not want to get Dragon Breath down. Just needs to commit to the Sludge Wave here. Oh, this like 100% Octazooka though, right? And do you get debuffed? No! No, that's so bad. But potentially going to be able to get to another Sludge Wave before Kingdra gets to another move. Oh, you have to commit to the Sludge Wave? Have to commit to the Sludge Wave because now you give Kingdra an opportunity to farm you all the way down. Yeah, and the Hydro's double resisted. So now the Kingdra is going to have a charge move loaded for the FERROTHORN. Very unfortunate there. Another option is you just stay in with the FERROTHORN against the Kingdra the whole time, force them to throw, and then you safely make it to Sludge Wave before they make it to another move there, but good game. Ooh, Abomasnow. Okay, go right into the Galv. Go right into the Galv. Yeah, this Weather Ball is going to hurt, for sure. And it looks like the opponent is wanting to stay in this. People that lead Abomasnow typically have at least 1 water type in the back because of Abomasnow's double weakness to fire. So there's a case to be made. Maybe you should have shielded the first Weather Ball, but we didn't necessarily know that the opponent was going to want to stay in here. But they are really wanting to stay in here. Do you let this go? And okay, shield it. Do you get to this lunge before? Okay, you do. Nice. No way the opponent double shields, right? Okay. And then they farm with... there's 1 water type. FERROTHORN's going to be a good response to this. Jellicent is such a monster, though. It's going to be able to hit back with neutral damage with the Hex and the Shadow Wall. It's going to be a long time till I have an XL Jellicent built. But it's a very strong Pokemon. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Nice catch on the Mandibuzz. It's an air slash Mandibuzz. This is, yikes, this is pretty rough. You have to preserve that Ferrothorn for the Jellicent. Oh man, this is not good. Somehow needs to convince the Mandibuzz to spend a shield here to land a flash cannon. Ah, this is not great though. And they're no shielding everything. Really smart play by the opponent. This foul play is definitely going to take it out. But I think that's potentially Power Whip range. Oh my gosh. Oh, but this is probably Shadow Ball, right? Yeah, wow. Really nice play by the opponent. Those were some... No wonder they stayed in with Abomasnow. They were very weak to Galvantula in the back. I believe this is the final battle we have in the video here. Going to immediately switch into the Galvantula after losing the lead. And the Venusaur is going to stay in here. Maybe tank a move and eventually swap to clear the debuff. Oh my gosh, extra Volt Switch went through. Going to shield the first one. And then they actually switch in their own Galv. So yeah, not having a direct response to this Galvantula. Gonna let this go. Got the lunge debuff off before the opponent. Extra volts. Oh boy, discharge is not the way to go. We definitely want to go lunge here. Because discharge is resisted, and if we would have hit that lunge, then we would have been able to get to another lunge as well. The opponent goes for lunge. That is the correct move. Yeah, you have to just sack the Swampert here because it's going to be stuck against the Venusaur because you weren't able to regain swap, unfortunately. Overfarmed too much on the Swampert, unfortunately. Now has to shield this. That is really not ideal. Has to throw a Hydro here. But the opponent probably lets this go, yeah, and then you need to kind of instant swap, right? Because Venusaur's for sure coming out. Venusaur's for sure. Okay, nice. Stored a Hydro. Okay, Ferrothorn. Okay, Ferrothorn. You've got a lot of work to do here. You've got a lot of work to do. Where does the opponent want to spend their shield? Most likely on this Empoleon, right? To get more Drill Peck damage off. No extra Waterfall, it looked like that time. They let it go. Okay. Do you bait here? Or do you just go for it? You have a Hydro loaded. Oh man, tried to catch on the Swampert. Oh boy, but this is giving the Venusaur more opportunity to farm. But hopefully they won't have enough to get to the move. Okay, burns the last shield. And then gets to the Flash Cannon. Very nice play. Thank you so much, Waffles, for submitting this gameplay footage. If you all enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you all in the next video.